And today we're welcoming Peter Franke from Franke and de la Fuente Abogados, a law firm. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I met two of your girls, not your girls, but of the lovely ladies that work with you at the beginning of the summer. We're recording in Pico Banús.
That's right.
And so it's very nice to welcome the Peter Franke of Franke and de la Fuente.
Thank you.
How long has your bufete, your office, been open in Spain now?
Well, my partner's been around for a longer time than the law firm, of course. They're Spanish lawyers from the area. As a matter of fact, the father is the notary in Centro, Plaza, so they have roots in Marbella. Me, myself, I came here 6 years ago with the family. It's a classic story, really, right? Swedes come to Marbella. I'm not the only one.
No, you're certainly not. You're certainly not.
And yes, I am a lawyer, so it took me a year or two to find out what I could possibly contribute with here. And I met my current partners, and we opened the first office, well, it's not 4 years ago, it's 3.5 years ago now. Yeah.
And how are you finding it? Because it's very different lifestyle, although we were talking with Peter from Internations,
Yeah.
that the internationals now seem to group into Swedish areas, the English area. Everyone kind of stays. They've got your own shops, you've got your own food, and every day they're opening up more Swedish supermarkets.
Yes, I know. And actually we have one of our offices very close to that supermarket. So I got my Swedish coffee in the morning every day now.
You're really missing out because Spanish coffee in a glass is probably the best coffee you can get.
No, I agree with you. But it's nice to have a Swedish, once per day, I have a Swedish cup of coffee.
Just to feel at home.
No, but to your point, I mean, yeah, I think that maybe people that are around from here, they know that the area around Centro, Plaza, Nueva, Andalucia is quite Swedish. They tend to find a place there. So that's quite Swedish area, I would say. But in general, I mean, we have many Swedish clients, of course, but we have a lot of international clients. We're a very international law firm. And I think that from my point of view at least, I think that let's take the Swedish. They're buying everywhere. We're everywhere.
They are everywhere, which is nice. I mean, you're a nice people.
You think so?
I do. I think you're a nice people. But I think it's also nice that at least you've got that Spanish connection, because back in the day, we used to come to live in Spain, whereas we were saying before also with Peter that people now come to live in the sun.
Yeah.
And it's not quite the same thing.
No.
Because you are looking then, if you come to live in the sun, all the home comforts and the better weather. Whereas I came wanting to live a Spanish lifestyle. I enjoyed it. I had no choice, basically. When you came over years ago, it was just Spain.
Yeah.
And yet now on the Costa del Sol, it's a punto y aparte. It's a whole different story.
Yeah. No, it's interesting how the integration works in different ways, and it can be different in different areas maybe. So one example is my parents. They moved here a couple of years ago. They bought an apartment in Estepona. Super active lifestyle. There's what's it called? It's called the Club Nordic, Club Nordica in Estepona.
Yeah.
I think that they have been 100 people in one of their activities down in the harbor, and it's weekly things going on every day. So I think that's a very cool example of how integration can work in this case in Estepona.
How, I suppose in the law firm, you must, as you say, I think it's important actually that when you're looking for a lawyer that you can actually understand and speak in your own language, because the Spanish laws aren't tricky. Lo siguiente, it's like more than tricky. Lots of loopholes, lots of quirky things going on. And so you're having that connection of you having the Swedish conversation and law ability, but then having the Spanish point of reference, I think makes a big difference when looking for a law firm.
Well, that's right. I mean, we can see that everywhere, I guess. It's the same maybe with real estate agents. They of course, their clients, they prefer to speak their mother tongue, and same with lawyers. We have lawyers in our office speaking many languages, so we have grown to be not huge, but we have 4 offices across the coast. We're 25 team members in the law firm now, and we speak many languages. So language is a skill that clients are asking for. They feel more comfortable speaking their language, and especially when it comes down to complex legal matters, of course.
What kind of legal matters? Obviously real estate.
Yeah.
But what else? Is it just you concentrate on real estate, or do you handle other issues as well?
Well, we made a decision early on to be very specialized in what we do. So we do real estate transactions, representing buyers and sellers. But we also do everything related to that investment. So we have a tax department for any tax questions. We incorporate companies when investors want to buy through a company. We take care of all immigration regimes that is available for non-EU residents. So we decided to be specialists, and so we don't do penal, we don't do family law, etc.
But you do cover the issues that go with the real estate, which I think is very important. As you say, if you want to open a company, wills and things like that, I suppose, that have to do with buying and selling a property.
Everything related to buying a property or being the owner of that property.
And I believe that you are opening up, or have just opened, Thursday, the 3rd of October, another new office. Where's that one?
Well, it's on the 4th of October, Friday. So I don't forget. We're opening it officially in the evening. We're inviting a few friends and colleagues over. So this will be the 4th office of Franke de la Fuente, and it's the main office here in Marbella on Calle Blanca. So I would say the majority of the people work from that office. But we also have offices in Fuente, in Estepona, and in Centro Plaza, close to all the suites. We see a benefit of having these offices to be closer to clients, but also closer to the real estate agents, because they keep busy with customers.
Excuse me.
So we know that it's quite important sometimes to have easy access to us. We're very accessible.
I say you couldn't make it easier. You've literally set yourselves up wherever the Swedes are. You've positioned yourself. Very clever of De La Fuente. I think he was had a very good foresight, because you can cover all the Spanish that he's done anyway, and now add in all those Swedes who are coming in their droves.
Well, I'm very lucky. I've been very fortunate to meet the Miguel Angel and Julian. They're excellent lawyers. And actually, when I moved down here 6 years ago now, before I became a lawyer again, I was working as a real estate agent for 2 years. So I did that. And through my work as an agent, I got to know Miguel Angel and Julian. They were my lawyers. And now we're lawyers together.
Well, isn't that lovely how things just fall into place? Because you said you weren't really sure how you were going to address the move. How did your family adapt?
Good, but it's not perfectly and not very easy in the beginning, because, as you know, we had COVID and we had the lockdown. So there were 10 and 70-year-old at that time, still no girlfriend or boyfriends to worry about. So we took the chance of moving, but we were just...
Was that the instigation, the lockdown? Like realising you were all trapped in cold Sweden and like, let's run and do something.
No, we came before.
Okay, so you're already
we
here.
came before. And I think we see that. I see that with many other Swedes and other nationalities as well. They come maybe just to stay for a school semester for a year, not sure if they're going to stay or not. So you have to make it work somehow. You need to find an occupation. You need to find, an activity here. So you have to adapt. I was a criminal defense lawyer. I was a former prosecutor in Sweden, and now I work with a real estate law in Marbella.
A lot less homework to do.
Yeah, well.
No, I mean, doctors and lawyers, you're always studying, because there's always new laws, there's always new things coming out.
That's right, yeah, we have to. And there are new things coming out on a regular basis from the junta and the town halls.
Yes, but at least you're dealing with real estate now and those things, which is not quite the same as defending someone from...
It's very different, yeah, it's very different when it comes to the legal side of it, of course, but it's always the same working with clients, right? You help them with the legal matters from point A to point B.
Fabulous. Anything else you would like to share with our viewers of why they should come in, even if they're not Swedish or Spanish? Why should we come to
No, I should
Franke
emphasize that we are not a Swedish law firm. We are an international law firm. We have 25 people. We have a lot of languages and nationalities. And I think what we try to push the boundaries a little bit of being, law firms can be quite conservative. We are now pushing an AI project that we hope can be a game changer on the market. We have actually launched an academy as well, the Franke de la Fuente Academy, where we train agents in real estate law. We do it here at the pool in Marbella. So we try to be a little bit creative and find new paths, new ways of being a law firm.
Well, looks like you're doing ever so well. Congratulations on the newest office, and you've done quite a lot in the last few years.
Yeah,
I think you can feel well proud of yourself.
Thank you for having me.